So x on both sides of the equal sign. The directions here are solve algebraically. We'll show each step in the boxes given. So we want to look at how to get the correct steps shown into those boxes. So I've written the exact same problem over here in my workspace, um, but I got to pay attention to the directions and not just do my own thing. So it says one approach would be to collect the x terms on the left side. Okay, so that means the green side, the left side of my teeter-totter. So I'm going to collect the x terms. That means I need to not have any x terms on the right-hand side. So that red x term needs to go away. So if I'm looking at the red x term, I got that lined up in my x column. That is going to be canceled by subtracting 6x. So I'll have to do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign, so on the green side. And I want to make sure I keep my like terms lined up. So that's going to go underneath the other x term into that x column. All right, so my next step will be working down each column. 8x minus 6x is 2x. This plus 1, that didn't change. Equal sign still stays right here in the middle. I had 6x, I took away 6x, there are no x's left. This column is going to be blank. And in the last column, I still have that positive 5. Since it's the only thing there, I don't need to put the plus. If I just leave it as a 5, it's still going to mean positive. If you want to put a plus, you're certainly welcome to. Okay, let's pause for a moment and look at how to enter this into the assignment. So in order to collect the x terms together on the left side, it's got two options. Am I going to add or subtract? Well, what did I just do? I subtracted 6x. I'm going to select the subtract, and then I'm going to type 6x into the box. That's what I subtracted. And it asked me, that gives the equation what? Well, my resulting equation that I got down here after the line, my next line, that's what I need to type in here. The equal sign is already provided, so I just need to get the expressions go on both sides. So this will be 2x plus 1, and on the other side, it's just 5. I'm going to hit submit. It's going to show up the next part, and now it says step 2 to collect the constant terms together on the right side. The right side is going to be the red side in my workspace. The constants are the numbers. So if I'm looking at the green side of my equation, I have a constant. I've got this plus 1. In order to make it not be on the left side, to cancel that out, so to speak, I need to subtract 1. I'll have to do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign. I want to keep my constants lined up in the constant column. Now I can go ahead and find out what I'll get on the next line. So I had positive 1, I subtracted 1. Those are going to cancel each other. This 2x is going to drop straight down. There's nothing left in the constant column here, so I can leave that blank. Equal sign comes straight down, and that 5 subtract 1 is going to leave me with 4. All right, so we're not finished, but let's jump back over here to the assignment. So in order to collect the constant terms together on the right-hand side, what did I just do? Well, in my workspace, I wrote -1. So I need to select subtract, and then I'm going to put the amount that I subtracted, which was 1. Gives the equation what? Well, that's what I just wrote down. The last thing I wrote down in the bottom line of my workspace. 2x goes on one on the left side, and 4 goes on the other side. I'm going to submit, and then it brings up step 3. Now, in order to isolate x, what do I do? All right, let's go back to the workspace. In order to isolate the x, that means I want to get just one x. There are currently two x's. I know that 2 is attached to the x by multiplication, so I'm going to do the opposite, which will be divide. Need to do the same thing on both sides. Okay, dividing by 2, that's the operation I'm taking. When I do that, 2 divided by 2 will give me 1, so there'll just be the 1x remaining. I can write a 1 on there if I want, but I'm going to leave it as just an x because that is the conventional way to write a variable with no coefficient. The equal sign comes straight down, And then I'll need to divide 4 divided by 2. That equals 2. Okay, let's go back to the assignment and get this entered. What was the step I just took? I divided by 2. So my options here are multiply, the little star is multiply, and the slashy thing, that's divide. I divided. What did I divide by? 2. So there's my divide by 2. And the result was x equals, my answer that I got was 2. That's my solution. Type the 2 in, hit submit, and I've done this whole problem.